Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's AYCG Moviecast, episode 351. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Corey Feinside.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Shazam!
What's up, guys? Welcome, viewers.
It's not till later.
Yeah. Welcome, viewers. Welcome, listeners, to episode 351. Mike can't join us this week. We have to podcast even at like a special time because of the 4th of July, so... we're doing this different day, so Mike couldn't make it, unfortunately, but he'll be here next week. So anyways, we want to kick the podcast off, the movie cast off with the box office real quick, and then I want to get into Wonder Woman, because we have been continuing our conversation here on
Wonder
Slack.
Woman.
We've been talking about Wonder Woman, so we'll let you, the listeners and viewers, listen to what we've been discussing chatting about. Yes, chatting. It's not really, I don't know if we're arguing about it, but we're definitely talking about it. So the box office this week looks, hang on, let me get back to it. Looks pretty good. Despicable Me 3 at number 1, $72.5 million for that guy.
I think that's lower than what they thought.
I think so, but it's
yeah, absolutely.
It's still pretty good for a animated movie. I don't know.
Oh, look at that. I got the lime. I mean, you got the lime. I got the lemon.
Lime, you got the lemon. So
I got Whiteman's line.
There you go. Yeah, this is my last one of this, by the way. I'm going over to Is it LaCroix? How do you say that?
Yeah, LaCroix. I think it's LaCroix.
Yeah.
LaCroix.
So
But it's better. It's better.
Oh, it's so much more fruitier, you know? So I got a couple.
It is more expensive, though.
Oh, it is. Target had them on sale for like $2.
Sam's Club has them.
Oh, really? 2 for...
No.
Well, we've gone on a
Sam's Club?
tangent here.
Oh, shit. I gotta get into that.
It was 2 for $6 at Target with 5% off at the end, so I did okay.
Okay.
You know. Target.
Anyway, it's seltzer water we're talking about. Let's get back to movies.
It's all right. All right, movies. Box office. Despicable Me 3 at number 1 at $72.5 million, debuting. Lower for the series, excuse me. Lower for the movie. Nobody needs to hear a burp on this one.
Phantom sounds going on here. I don't know where that came from.
So, yeah. At number 2 is Baby Driver at $21.1 million.
Man, still honestly, that's super bad. I'm going to try to see that at some point, but probably going to be another Tuesday half-price movie.
Yeah, I will be discussing that shortly. Transformers: The Last Night at number 3, 17.1. It's now over $100 million domestic. Not quite what they were expecting domestic, but still has some strength. Yeah, still has some strength.
It's not hitting $1 billion.
No, it won't.
I think it caps out at 650.
Is this
worldwide?
What'd the last one do? Do we know?
It just crossed $1 billion.
Yeah, so this will be the first one.
If Michael Bay, if this movie hits $1 billion, it would be the first director to have 3 different movies hit $1 billion worldwide. It's not happening.
It's not going to happen. No, it won't happen.
Not with the domestic doing what it did.
Do they replace Michael Bay, or do they give him?
Michael Bay's done. I mean, he said that before, but I mean,
I think he's done this time.
Yeah,
right.
He said he's done after this one too. So
and we'll get like a complete franchise reboot on this one, I think, after this. So new styling, new.
Would you say it would transform?
Like.
Yeah, like I think that we get, it's like the series, the animated series. We get, a whole new Optimus Prime design.
I mean, it'd be nice if we get this kind.
Yeah, I would like the classic. Nice shirt. I would like the classic design. I would definitely would.
Should have told me. I would have worn mine. I don't have that particular one, but I have a Transformer shirt.
Do you have
next time we'll have to coordinate our fashion.
Do you know what shirt I've always wanted, by the way, is the logo. I mean, the cover of the. Hang on here.
Movie.
Yeah, this one, right here.
Animated movie. Yeah.
I really want that. Like that would be really not even this one, but the one where he's holding the Matrix above him. Yeah. Hot Rod, right? Hot Rod holding the Matrix above him. That's the one I really want. I have to look on maybe Redbubble or something like that, but.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, the hotly discussed topic, at $15.6 million, bringing the franchise total above $700 million. Projected wise, right now,
it's above Suicide Squad.
Yes,
and it's above Batman versus Superman domestic.
Now it will be.
That's huge.
According to projections, it's going to beat Suicide Squad domestic. It's going to.
Oh yeah. So, it should be above both right now.
Oh, is it?
Or you talk about worldwide.
Worldwide.
Domestic, it's definitely above both.
Domestic because of the fall off of those two movies, but worldwide, it's going to finish at number 2. It'll finish at number 2, which is fantastic because it's a good movie. It deserves to have that recognition because they finally made a decent movie. We've talked about this By the way, your top 5 Cars 3 rounded it out. So, we'll get into Spider-Man in a second, but let's talk about Wonder Woman.
People said Man of Steel, which I think is the worst one, was a decent movie. Consensus is that's a decent movie.
I still think it's a decent movie. And I still stand with
especially at the time, right? Following up on Nolan's Batman, like people love that styling and the realistic approach. I mean, I kind of think some of us hated on it originally, but again, you look back at it, not everybody's looking back at it in a glowing light, but at the time, people liked it, and it had a higher Metacritic. Like it was the highest Metacritic of them until Wonder Woman. So, I mean, to say that they finally made one, it seems kind of. I think that's wrong to say that.
To say what?
That they finally made a decent movie in this new ECU.
You think that's
DC,
wrong?
DC. Well, as far as personally, and obviously, I've liked the other ones, the 2. So I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say it's wrong. But as far as consensus, as like critics and viewers and stuff, I think they'd say that's wrong because a lot of people did like Man of Steel. Here's
the thing.
I think this works.
Here's how this works, though. It's like reviewing a video game, Corey. You give a game a 9, right, from like 5 years ago. You can't equate it to a 9 nowadays. Like, it doesn't work that way. You can't just say, oh, because, Horizon got a 10.
So you're saying Super Mario World's not a 9 now because it was made back in the 80s?
Compared to Mario 64? Yes.
Why?
If they're both 9s, they're both not the same game.
I mean, I kind of see your point because, like, the thing is, as time goes on, it becomes harder to achieve greatness, in my opinion.
Here's the thing. So, like,
technology is moving quickly, so yeah, you're going to have
saying that Man of Steel was a decent movie, and I probably gave Man of Steel an 8 or an 8.5 when I watched it, but I think Wonder Woman's a better movie, and I will give that an 8.
Sure. I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. We're not arguing that. I'm just saying to say DC, this new DC universe has finally made a decent movie. I think that's wrong to say. Because for me, I think that the BVS and the Suicide Squad were decent movies, personally.
No,
but as far as
you rewatched
everyone else,
Suicide Squad. Have you rewatched
Steel.
Suicide Squad?
I've watched it 3 times already.
Oh my god! Like, I've rewatched that movie, and it's gotten worse every time I've watched it.
I know. You watched it twice in the theater. Once with me.
And I watched it a 3rd time with my school.
I would say Man of Steel was mixed. I
still stand by. I've watched Man of Steel 3 times.
No,
I stand to the same statement.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people thought that was a decent movie. Like, we're saying decent. Decent is still below good.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. So then, Jim should just say they finally made a good.
Right. He should say that.
Okay,
he's not
that's fine.
saying that.
All right, that's fine. Can we just agree on that and move to the next point?
Yeah, we can agree on that. Okay.
Okay.
So, I guess overhyped is the next point on this one we have to get into for Wonder Woman. Because the conversation on Slack has been, is this movie overhyped for Wonder Woman? And
I think it is.
I don't understand how you can make that
And it's not about what people are, like, it's not about the fact that, oh, this is a great film or the best film ever. It's not about that. I think that people are hyping this out way more because of what it represents for the DC universe and what it's becoming, as far as what it's going to do.
But I wasn't disagreeing with you on that point. Like I said, I gave it more of a pass because it's more of the starting point. Like, I felt like this is a good launching point. If the other movies didn't exist, maybe this would have been judged a little harsher. I mean,
it's on the same. In my opinion, it's on the same level as Captain America.
Yeah, I've always said that.
First Soldier and Thor. I mean, yeah. Exactly. And so when people are saying this is an amazing film, this is great, I disagree, and that's overhyped.
And I agree with you. But I don't know how many people are saying that.
You can't say it's not. I think there are a lot of people saying that. You can't say there aren't anybody. The
Metacritic score is 76.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And when people on social media are saying this is a great film, and Metacritic saying this is 76, that proves my point even more.
No, I completely agree with the Metacritic score. It's.
Anybody is saying it's a great movie or an excellent movie, that is wrong. I would disagree with that.
And
I disagree with anybody that says that.
And that's why I feel like say it's not overhyped from those people.
I don't think we've gotten that hype from people.
To those people, but I mean, I would say that's a vocal minority.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that more people are saying this is an excellent movie. I'm saying more people say good.
I would.
And in fact, my Metacritic score average
really good.
That pans out.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at Metacritic and the critics in general, and what they're saying, it's a 7.5. right?
Yeah, and I
When you
give
look
it
at
an
critics,
8.
but when you talk about social media and the perception and the user reviews, I think those are the people that are out there saying it's an excellent film.
I think no, I don't think it's excellent film comes across that way. I think it comes across as this is a good movie that it's finally like something you can go
let's
see
look at like
in
just
the
do a
DC
search
universe.
on Facebook, put Wonder Woman, and see what people are saying. Like, it's gonna be like, oh my god, OMG, this is amazing, like best DC movie.
I'm not going to disagree that wasn't overhyped, but on the podcast,
Okay, there it is.
but on the podcast with people that you know, I saw it and said it was a good movie, and I believe Mike said it was a
But
good
we are
movie.
not the entire world, man. We're talking about us. Yes, I agree.
We
Us.
directly have
Fine.
feedback for
Corey,
you
this
to
is
watch
what I don't
this
understand.
movie.
I don't understand how you could say there are people out there not have anything tangible. I'm going by Metacritic. I would agree with the Metacritic score of 76 out of 100.
Dude, like, when you look at Spider-Man: Homecoming, it's got a 73 on Metacritic. You don't think people are going to say this movie's better than that?
Maybe we'll see.
We'll see. But
Everybody's saying that on Reddit right now.
Okay, then we'll see.
Saying,
I will see the
just
movie
gave you
tomorrow.
tangible stuff. Look on Facebook. Look on Reddit. Type in through searches for Wonder
Okay,
Woman.
right. But Corey, I'm saying if Spider-Man is definitely a better movie, I'll say I disagree with the Metacritic score and think it's like an 80 or an 85 or something like that. But I'm saying the Metacritic for this, the score for Wonder Woman matches what I think it should be getting.
Yes,
So,
and
therefore,
that's
I don't
fine.
think it's
I
overhyped.
agree with you wholeheartedly. But what other people are saying and things that
Fuck
I
other
hear.
people. Fuck those people.
listen,
How
Corey,
can you say that?
Corey,
We're talking
wait,
about
hold up.
is this overhyped or
Corey,
not? That's the
I
question.
would like to
Speak
think
for everybody in the universe, Corey. I'm saying generally from what we can base off of metrics, actual hard numbers,
Okay.
I don't think it's overhyped.
Do you think that the way people are perceiving this movie is higher than a 7.5? In general, most
I am
people.
perceiving it as an 8, so yes, I think an 8's a
Okay,
good score.
so then that is overhyped. But
You're
it doesn't
talking about a half a point. No, you're talking about a half of a freaking point, Corey. That is
Okay,
like
but
that's like
I'm just saying
ballpark.
it's-
I mean, we're not
just to
talking
say
like a
it's flat out
6.5.
wrong is, my opinion,
if it
is
was
silly.
a 6.5 and I'm giving it an 8, I can say, okay, maybe you're thinking I'm overhyped this movie, but I'm in the ballpark with Tony on this. And
I'm just
Metacritic,
going like the
and
simplest,
Metacritic.
breaking it down to the simplest form for you guys. here.
By definition, you know what? Okay. By definition,
By definition,
Corey, you are
yes.
correct. I am overhyping this movie
And
because
that's
I'm
all
above
I'm saying.
the average.
Because I'm
by
agreeing we're all
4
on the same
points.
page with this movie too.
That's ridiculous.
And I think Jim likes it the most out of all of us.
I think I
like-
do. I think I do.
Right, and I'm just saying
I'm just saying that, like,
I'm not arguing with you guys as far as where
Here's the
you
thing.
are. I'm in the same place, maybe even lower.
Here's how
but
this
I'm
works.
just saying, as far as the perception, the general public's perception of this movie is higher than 7.5. And to me, that means people are overhyping what it actually
this
should be.
brings us to the Rotten Tomatoes.
Especially since what it's going to represent for what DC is going to be going forward. Because this movie will not destroy the DC universe. It's not going to. They're not rebooting this universe after this movie's come
No,
out.
but I'm. This is a good launching point for the DC universe. I think that they have a good building block. Finally, that's my point. Like they finally have a movie they can be proud of.
It's
and
so
say,
silly because we're all arguing the same thing. It's like it's a silly conversation.
I'm
like you
arguing-
Said. It's a stupid
I am
stupid
arguing the
conversation.
statement- Well, first of all, a good movie or a decent movie. Is there a difference there?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you go?
My original argument was against Mike, who said it was a decent film. Because he actually said, read the chat, it's there.
Sure, and I would say that it's not wrong because it is decent, but it's better than decent.
What? What is that? It's not wrong because it's a decent film, but it's better than decent? That doesn't make any sense.
Good is still decent, but
Right.
not all decent is good. But I agree
like-
with Jim that you can't say it's decent. Like I wouldn't you go like, oh yeah, Citizen Kane is a decent movie because obviously that's underselling it. There's such a thing as underselling it too.
Sure.
Jim is upset that Mike's not.
And I
giving
agree.
it-
Mike may be
kudos.
underselling this movie. I
think
totally
he's
agree
underselling.
with that.
That's my. I said that to him. I said that to him.
But as far as the
He's shorting the
statement, is it
movie.
overhyped? And that's where we were at. Then,
in the
as far as
in
breaking it
terms,
down to the simplest forms.
like, can
yes.
you honestly say that this is not?
arguing semantics?
Just
right
wait.
now.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Can I hear from you saying that you can you honestly tell me that this is not your favorite DCEU movie?
Yes.
It's not.
Yes, because I've told you guys, and I've said it from the beginning. You guys know, like I really like Ben Affleck's Batman, and I think that takes.
I'm not
over the top of me.
saying that he was a terrible Batman. I'm just saying.
No, I know. But I would rather watch BVS over Wonder Woman again.
Okay, that's what I was trying to hear from you, and
Yeah,
I disagree with you on this. But you're entitled to that opinion. I just thought
absolutely. I mean, that's the thing, and that's why this franchise is on the news. I put it there. This franchise in 4 films has made $3 billion.
Oh yeah. But Wonder Woman's going to clear. It'll be the number 2 ranked movie. And it deserves it.
Wholeheartedly deserves everything it's getting. Absolutely. Okay. It's a good movie.
The conversation started because Mike made the statement of, I gathered from the fact that he was annoyed that it was actually being successful and being a good movie.
I think he's just like,
which is
all his conspiracy theories and stuff like that are true here, and so he doesn't know how to react to it.
Yes, I know. And that's
I know. It doesn't fit his narrative.
It doesn't fit the narrative.
Disney / Marvel's paying critics off.
He's even reversed it to say, he's comparing this to a Marvel movie now.
I don't think so. I think that Mike's been on the same saying this whole time. That Wonder Woman's going to be successful, it's going to do well, and it has a lot to do with the fact that it's going to be the first female superhero in a big way to come out.
But to negate the movie as being a good movie because of that doesn't do it justice.
No, and
I don't see why it matters. I don't.
No, and that's the problem. That's the thing here is that he was saying that from the beginning, and now it's all coming true. And so now he's saying, well, it's just like Catwoman and Elektra,
Ghostbusters. I mean, these movies flopped.
Almost right. No, absolutely.
All female led doesn't necessarily mean success because of that. It's controversial because it's a female lead. I don't see that. I don't know. I gathered from his conversation.
I think there is a
here
factor
to defend
there
himself, so we can't really
actually represents a female character in a much better light than Catwoman and Elektra and these Ghostbusters. I think that helps it. I think it's something that these young girls can look up to as a role model.
But I think it doesn't. But not just women. I think it's finally a DC. I said this in the Slack. I said this is finally a superhero from DC that you can be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily agree completely. I think yes, you can.
You can be proud of Batman, the way he acted in Batman vs Superman.
I've said
we're talking specifically about those movies.
I love the Ben Affleck Batman. I want more of that Batman. I want every time. He's the best part of this DC universe.
That's not the statement. You can be proud of that Batman.
Yes,
representing.
I think it's better on-screen Batman.
Representing a hero.
So if somebody had no notion or knowledge whatsoever of Batman, you would choose Batman v Superman to show them what the character is about.
I would say this is the best on-screen live-action Batman.
No. Answer the question, Corey. Answer the question. Out of all the mediums and forms you could choose to display what Batman is, you would choose Batman v Superman.
I never said that. I said
I'm asking you that.
No, I would show them Batman, the animated series. That is definitive screen Batman, if you're talking about Batman.
So let's say you show them that, and then you show them Batman v Superman.
Okay.
Do you think they're going to be like, oh, wow, that was a really good representation of Batman?
I think that it depends on the guy. Again, I've seen that stuff. I'm a big Batman fan. I like Batman. I think the New 52 Batman was fantastic. I'm a huge Batman fan. We know this. Batman.
That doesn't represent Batman
properly. I love the Ben Affleck Batman.
That does not represent Batman properly.
So let me revise.
At the end of the day, I'm not saying I hated that Batman, but that does not represent Batman properly.
Out of all the Batman movies you could possibly show somebody, all of them, you would choose Batman v Superman.
The movie ones.
Yes.
You wouldn't.
To show just Batman.
Yeah.
Not the other parts of
just Batman. Movies. You're like, this is Batman. Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that The Dark Knight is a great film. It's a way better film than Batman v Superman. I don't like that Batman in it specifically.
You don't like his Batman. Do you like Michael Keaton's Batman?
Sure, he's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I think that in terms of ranks of Batman,
but as far as
he's third.
I'm not saying the portrayal. I'm saying the actual character.
No, his Batman. That Batman is third in terms of movie Batman. I'm saying
this for me. And again, you're saying hypotheticals. Because I've seen all these other Batmans. I've been through the Val Kilmers and the George Clooney's and the Michael Keatons and the Christian Bales.
Yeah.
I cannot put those guys ahead of Ben Affleck's Batman.
I'm not saying the portrayal.
I just don't like Ben Affleck.
No, I understand what you're saying, Tony, and I get you're trying really hard to get me to say this is.
I can't honestly think that you really, really feel that way. I can't.
Well, because the problem is I've had the experience of these other Batmans. I want this Batman now. I want this other type of Batman.
I'm not asking that question.
I know, but I can't answer you because it's hypothetical. Like I said, I would show you the animated series.
Which Batman movie are you going to let him watch first?
For, my boys?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll start from the beginning.
Okay. All right.
That's the thing is I want them to experience. Sure, I would like to have them experience the way.
Well, let's do a social experiment then. You show your firstborn, whichever one you want, other than Batman v Superman, and then you show the other one Batman v Superman. We'll see who has a better Batman then. All right.
Sure.
All right. It'll be a long.
I think the comics are a much better representation of Batman, and then
I'm not disagreeing with you on this. I'm just saying that.
I understand your point, Tony, and I'm just saying. For me, this is the Batman I want to see on film right now.
I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, I can understand, like, I personally like a lot of weird, shitty movies or video games, but I understand that it's not for everybody.
Right.
I can remove my own personal...
But you're asking me for me.
No, I'm asking you for in general.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to show the animated series. But as far as live-action Batman...
And then I revise the question. If you had somebody that you liked as a person, and we're like, you know what? You don't know anything about Batman? I'm going to show you a Batman movie.
So if we're talking about a Batman movie, it's The Dark Knight. Dark Knight is the best Batman movie.
Okay. All right, I'll take that.
Anyways, well, I'm sure this will continue next week when Mike is back on the podcast.
We talk way too much about these older films when we should have been talking about Wonder Woman. So I saw Wonder Woman finally.
Yes, now you saw Wonder Woman, and it was a good movie. I definitely agree. There
you said, 7.5. It's right there. They did a great job.
Nothing exceptional.
The biggest problem I have with this film is the best part of the movie, in my opinion, happens the first 10 minutes.
Wait,
and
what? You don't think the best part of the movie was when she climbed out of the bunker? Wow. Oh, he's got to turn that off. All right. No, I mean, I think that was the money part of the movie, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, I guess so.
You didn't think that was the best part? I thought that was the best part of the movie.
I liked.
Again, best part of the movie was first 10 minutes.
Really?
With the battle on the beach.
No, I thought the best part of the movie was that sequence there to show how good of a hero she is.
Sure, and that's a great moment for her.
Yeah.
I think that was fantastic. I just her character is okay. It's just not a great character in my opinion. And that was a good moment for her. But as far as the movie, the best sequence of the film for me was on the beach when the whole Amazon army is against the German army or whatever.
I hated that because there's so much slow-mo in that. It
was I really like the slow-mo parts. I was like, "Whoa, I like this stuff." And so from that point, nothing beat it. And so, it was kind of a disappointing factor where it's like the best part of the movie is right here. And I was much more interested in the Amazons than I was in anything that had to do with the real world.
Oh, okay, I can agree.
I'm not disagreeing that the middle of it dragged a little. I even said the villain at the end was kind of lacking, but I thought overall, strongest movie that we've seen from these guys. So, from the DCEU. Yeah,
and it's the most coherent story. It was a fit well. Everything made sense. I really like that they circle back to the beginning and
every
they close.
Here's the thing that bothers me, Corey. Here's the thing that bothers me the most. Every single time we talked about this movie on the podcast, I have literally made the same statement. Tony heard it. You went and saw it. Apparently, you listened to so many other people about how exciting the movie is. I never once overhyped this movie. Neither did Mike or neither did Tony, even when he talked about it afterwards. But you just it shouldn't have been overhyped for you, is what I'm saying.
It wasn't overhyped for me as much as, let's say, Stranger Things was, right? 'Cause that was just ridiculous.
No, none of us. I don't think. Yeah, and I understand that. I understand what happened there, but none of us did that for you.
I don't feel like I was overhyped for this movie as much as Stranger Things either. I don't know why you're saying that. I am.
You're calling the movie overhyped, and so it's because you're drawing from other reviews you've read. I'm just I
haven't read any reviews, honestly.
Oh, Reddit comments.
Sure, people
which is ridiculous because that's if you're in a Wonder Woman sub or something like that, you're gonna get fanboys.
Well, no, I'm not in a Wonder Woman sub.
Okay, if you're in a DCEU sub.
But all right, I don't understand why you're offended with the fact that I think the best part of the movie is in the beginning.
I'm not offended by that at
I don't
all.
get it.
Like, I'm not offended by that. I just was like, I'm shocked you didn't like that one sequence of the bunker. I'm just
And I
saying
didn't say I didn't like it. I think it was great. I love the fact that she comes out and shows that she's a heroic character. I love the part when she's in the town, in the village, and she's doing all these actions.
best hero moment that I've seen in these movies. I think that's my opinion from this.
I just felt that, like, to me,
In
she's
these
not a very
movies.
interesting character. So, like, I was more interested in the Amazons. I wanted to see more of them. And so when they were all battling and doing that shit, I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
The rest of the film was all on her. So I was like, it's not as good. That's it. I mean, not that. And again, we're saying,
But you
it's
can make
still
the same
good.
statement. You can make the same statement from the first Captain America movie. Like, don't think he was
Sure.
that interesting of a character, and then like it was a good starting point.
Right, and same thing with Thor. I mean, Thor is a great example as well because it's very similar storyline.
And you could go Dark World, which would be terrible, or you can go Winter Soldier, which would be amazing. So we have this split point here for Wonder Woman 2, which could go either way. That's
again,
where we're at.
I'm not saying any of that stuff is bad. I really liked it all. All I was saying is, for me, I felt like it was a little disappointing that the best part of the film was in the beginning, and then the rest of it was just it didn't ever meet that excitement for me.
Yeah,
But it's still a good
I can
film.
agree with that because I don't know. I feel like
And
she
you've
doesn't
seen
really
this
grow
before.
too much.
No, and you've seen
Like,
all this before.
Yeah, it's like it's a very safe movie. It's
Sure, but it's
it's
a starting
typical
point.
orange movie.
Yes,
But
yes,
That's the thing. And here's the
And
thing.
I know you're saying this over and over again. It's a starting point. It's a starting point, but it wasn't meant to be a starting point.
No, but that's the way
No,
it is.
but if the DCEU had started off with this instead, I think we would be in a much better spot.
Possibly. And again, I think there are a lot more people out there that liked Man of Steel than you guys are saying.
I mean, I like Man of Steel myself. I'm just saying this
I
is the
think-
best movie in the DCEU.
Yeah, I've agreed
Man
with
of,
that.
Man of
as
Steel
far
for
as,
me
like,
is
for the most part,
probably
I
right
still,
right after that, and then BVS.
I mean, constructed and as far as like storytelling goes, it's definitely better than the other ones.
Yeah.
The storytelling, absolutely, and because I do like the fact that she has a purpose and she's trying to achieve this purpose, and you're right with her. It's like, fuck these guys, what are we doing? Wasting time here.
Yeah.
Like, let's get to the action, and that's exactly what you want. And then it comes to be, and you finally get the chance to do all that stuff, and gets to close that gap or the loop that she had with the beginning, which I like. They brought it all together. And then I know we talked about this on Slack too, Tony, where the villain you were kind of hoping they would push off to the second film, but like I like that they brought him in and just kind of was like, let's get this done and over with, and because that's what really is the only part for me that developed her character, was when they did that part, and she finally understood what it was and what Trevor was saying. I thought Trevor was fantastic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, but I would disagree with you that. I mean, Man of Steel was liked by some. I'm not saying it wasn't. Certainly, it had an audience, but it's nowhere near as universal as Wonder Woman.
No, absolutely not. But I think we're also in a bubble right now, where at the time in that bubble was people, liked it much more.
Sure.
And
There's
so,
the
yeah, get outside.
the honeymoon period of the launch. So yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. But all right.
I mean, Matt loved it, didn't he? Man of Steel.
yeah. No, Matt loved Man of Steel, but he
He
loves
would love
Superman.
anything
He loves
with
Superman.
Superman.
He did
yes.
not like BVS.
No, he didn't. He still watches it, but he didn't like it. So I mean, I still watch it, and I didn't like it.
Superman gets his ass handed to him.
But
All right.
I don't know.
Let's
Anyways,
move on.
let's move
We've
on.
got a lot to talk about.
Well,
here.
we don't. Yeah, we do. Let's kick it off with DC still, with Batman being a noir, detective-driven story in the new the Batman movie.
Mhm.
So, I like the
Yeah,
idea.
Matt Reeves is still on. I thought he was out, and
Nope.
then he's back on. I don't know.
He's talking-
It's so confusing.
He's talking trilogy already. I think that's a terrible plan.
Well, I think that it's a nice departure from maybe, being the whole action-oriented BVS one. We'll see maybe more detective stuff, so it could work. And I do have high hopes for Matt Reeves, and I know you really like the Apes movies. I think
I'm so psyched for the next Ape movie. It's getting great reviews. So, was it War? Is that the one we're on? Yeah, we're on War.
War.
So, I really
Yeah.
like the other movies, and I'm a big fan of him, obviously.
And they do a great job with CG characters, and they're getting storytelling and stuff there done. So I think that there's definitely light there, something to be excited for if you're a Batman fan. And again, for me, huge Ben Affleck Batman fan, so I'm looking forward to anything that comes out from him. So
That's fine. If he's
Justice
not
League.
Murder Man, I'll like it. I have no problems with his portrayal of Batman. I don't.
yeah, I understand. I know that you just don't like him shooting and blowing stuff up. It's fine.
Not my Batman.
All right. What else we have? Game of Thrones season 8. Season 7's coming July 16th.
Couple weeks.
In a couple weeks. 8 is talked about now being 6 episodes long, but like feature-length movies, each of them. So like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, 2 hours each.
That's the only way they can get it done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see any other way.
Well, why just do 6 episodes?
Why not
Then? It
just do
doesn't
12?
make sense.
Why not just do 12?
I don't know. I could see them like maybe maybe spreading them out a bit, like because here's the thing: is 6 weeks like that's nothing. They'll both breath through them. Maybe do it like, once a month or something like that. I don't know.
They can do part 1, part 2 episodes.
It just seems weird that like you're talking like people are getting all upset about these 6 episodes, but now well, we're gonna lengthen them. How about that, guys? Now you're happy, and so like it seems kind of like
Why not just make it 12 then? I mean, come on.
That's my point. Is like just make it a regular season. But if they don't have enough story to tell, then like.
But they do. That's the problem. Like they do.
Right.
Like they try to tell us they
but
didn't.
We really have no idea because.
I think the idea
I
here
don't
was.
know. I'm not going to stress over
Here's the
it.
thing.
Like,
Here's
I
the
love
thing.
the series, but I'm kind of done getting excited. Like,
Here's
I'll
the
watch
thing.
it.
I
but-
think that for season 7, I think they didn't have a lot of story to tell, so they shortened it, and now they're like, well, we have a lot to close the series out, and so
I don't understand that. It still doesn't make sense because this is not following the books now.
I know
so
that.
What the fuck does it matter?
I think they came up with this afterwards.
Where's,
After they
like,
already
you don't
came
have
up
enough
with
story
7.
for season 7 for a book that doesn't exist yet, but.
I know.
Oh, which still may not come out by the end of the
It may
year.
not be. Yeah, it may not be out this year. Ugh. But all right, we'll see. Assassin's Creed's getting an anime series from what's his name, Shankar.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yes. Same studio that's doing the Castlevania.
He does
series.
like all of these little like violent like Power Rangers. Didn't he do that? Like the violent Power
He
Rangers.
did
him?
those.
Short?
He did the bootleg universe stuff
Yes,
where
that's
it's like
what he
the
does. The bootleg Power
indies.
Rangers where there was like people dying and everything like that. Yeah.
and actually had some he did like I think some of the like the Punisher things or whatever.
Yeah, he did the
that
Punisher
stuff.
Laundry
He
Day.
produced it.
Yeah.
And he also produced Dread, the Carl Urban.
He did a Venom.
He's a
movie,
really
too.
young guy
He
too.
did a Venom movie, which was really cool, a bootleg movie for that. And I thought that was an awesome Venom. I watched that short on YouTube. It was awesome. But yeah, so he's doing the Castlevania series coming to Netflix this month. But now they're saying he's going to do an Assassin's Creed anime as well. Which
Anime
is
or
animated.
animated?
So anime
Okay.
style, we'll call it. If it's not Japanese, is it called anime? I don't think so.
It just means animation.
Yeah.
To get the official title, you just call it anime. I don't know.
Uh, mm.
I think it's more of a. I think it's
Korra
safe-
and,
that's a-
and
I think that's safe for
Avatar,
Japan.
are they anime?
I don't think they are. I think they're animation. I don't count them as anime.
No, I mean I do think they're separate categories as well.
Okay, all right, we're in agreement. So,
Yep.
I just like it's reserved for Japan. Like it's a thing from Japan, that's what I like about that.
And I do think there is a style to it.
Sure,
as well.
it's anime style, but it's still an animated series, in my opinion.
Right. No, and absolutely. I think, and that's why I think Korra and Avatar is being as close as they are to anime. They still don't have the anime style, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because most animes are following a manga, right, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Animes.
Anime. It's just hard to like say you're talking about plurals without because saying the S. Anime.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't know. It sounds cool. Like we'll see how Castlevania is, but for him to get another series already without seeing that, that's putting a lot of.
I don't give a shit about Assassin's Creed, so.
I think the property is the problem, not the.
Yeah, true. Are you guys at all excited for Death Note? Or are you all upset?
No,
with the
that looks
whitewash?
terrible. Awful.
I don't
100%.
know. I'm not that against it.
I thought
yet.
it was a series, but it's just a movie, right?
I'm okay with it being a movie. Like I'm okay with this right now.
I don't like that. I think it needed to be a series. I do like Willem Dafoe, the voice, but everything else so far has not looked that great. And from what I'm hearing, as far as what the trailers have shown, It's not very.
Did you see this trailer?
I did not watch the trailer yet. No.
It looks fucking terrible.
That's this month, right?
This month or next month?
Yeah, maybe it's early August. Might be early August, but I'll watch that. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch it, but I'll watch the preview. So we'll see. Drago, remember Drago? Rocky IV. He might be returning in Creed 2, which is
Dolph Lundgren's had like a resurgence in his career, so
I think it's awesome that he would like. It's a cool idea to do a sequel to Creed, which was, obviously Apollo's son, which I never watched, but Corey said it was a great movie.
It's good. It's a remake of
good movie.
The first Rocky.
Good movie. Yeah, good movie.
It's a good movie.
That's great versus good this episode. That's what this episode is. But yes, so I'm excited to have like a kind of would you call it revenge episode? A revenge movie, I mean? Like
could be. It'd be interesting. I mean, if it was his son, that would be dumb. But if it's him, I think it could work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Drago versus Creed,
But
Apollo's
again,
son.
like, do you really want to see a young guy beat up an old guy? I don't know.
That's the thing, like, yeah, no. Sons versus sons.
Maybe if he's coaching or something and, like, Rocky and Drago, like, get to face off at each other or something, like, oh, I don't know. It seems, I felt like it seemed kind of weird that they might bring him back. I don't know how it would work.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, we'll know more as it goes. But all right, what else?
There's
we have?
tweets with pictures and stuff, so it seems like it could be likely to happen.
I think it's happening. But all right, last bit of news we have is it's Spider-Man week. Spider-Man: Homecoming launches Friday.
Tomorrow.
Technically tomorrow.
Oh, technically it is tomorrow.
I'm saying
yes.
it's tomorrow.
Okay, cool. We'll get our first impression from Tony on our Slack chat. But I'll be seeing it Saturday. And then I'll probably come back and see it with you guys, Corey and Matt.
We're gonna try to see it as soon as we can, but I don't know when that's gonna happen.
You know what I've been reading online, right?
Reviews?
Yeah.
Very positive.
Saying
It's
the reviews
certified fresh.
about his performance as
Best
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man on screen. Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
I don't want to gloss over this.
But wait.
I wanna just twist the knife a little bit.
You can't without seeing it. First of all, I'm not making that statement. So I want to watch it, and I left it open to the fact that it was also we only saw 10 minutes of him, so I can't make that statement back then, and I still stand by that.
As you should, Jim. As you should.
I'm
It's your
proud of you
opinion.
for standing your ground. Yeah, it is your opinion.
It's
I'm
your
just saying.
opinion, and absolutely it could be terrible, but as far as all the signs point to no.
Listen, I'll be
Shit
happy. I've never
that,
even said he was a bad Spider-Man. I said he was good. He was really good in that movie. I didn't see
And I
enough
agree
yet.
with you too, Jim. Like, how can you say this is the best on-screen ever when you've only seen a snippet of it?
Give him a whole movie, and then we'll know. And now it sounds like we're gonna get the best Spider-Man we've ever seen.
I still stand by that. 10 minutes was.
And I know,
the
like,
essence of
and also Jim's not a fan of the high school thing, so that could also teeter.
We've had multiple conversations on Slack about the high school thing. So, I mean, I like the older, out of work Peter Parker for my stories. I always like reading about that and watching it on the cartoon. I always loved that older Peter Parker. So, I'm not saying I'm against it because I did like reading. The Ultimate Spider-Man? I did like reading a lot of that and even watching that cartoon.
Spectacular Spider-Man?
Spectacular, that's the one. Spectacular, yeah. So, not completely against it, but initially my reactions are reserved because I want to watch more of it. That's all.
I think the thing about it is that it's a change of pace from what the Marvel movies are doing. I think that's a good thing.
Sure. Box office opening predictions looks like 120 is possible.
I can do 120.
Yeah, that'd be good for the series because it's a reboot.
It's a good
essentially.
weekend.
Good start. So
It's out of the holiday.
Yeah, what they'll do is this movie's projected for 120. If it pulls in 120, then you're looking at a sequel of like 160, and that's kind of what like they're building for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think it's gonna do $1 billion?
Spider-Man?
Worldwide, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, I think 800, 850.
I think
go
it can get
850.
close.
I'm going 850.
What did Superman get? What BVS get?
Oh, Batman vs Superman did like 850, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I could look at that.
I think you can get around there.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at the same idea. So,
I don't know. Were you thinking bet there, Tony? Or
I mean, Tony, just go by the opening here with like compared to Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman had like great,
Yeah. Right. And that's
run.
And that's, one thing I will give credit for. I didn't think Wonder Woman was going to do that well because of those other movies in June, but it was so much better than those other movies that it shrugged everything else off.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man, I think it does have a good shot at doing $1 billion.
I mean, it's got the intellectual property for it. I mean, that Spider-Man is huge.
Yeah.
People love Spider-Man. But I just don't know if it's got... it doesn't have...
I mean, it does have Robert Downey Jr.
Tony Stark
as well.
in it.
Yeah, that's okay. We got the same point at this. Yeah, there we go. So it does have
I
that.
think it's
draw.
around the BVS. I think that's where it can top out around BVS.
I think 850-ish, maybe 900 at the top, but never. I don't think it'll make $1 billion.
I don't know if it'll make $1 billion. I would bet that it would do better. Will do better than Batman v Superman worldwide. When all said,
I think that's going to be right. It's going to be close.
Right there. I mean, that's a tough. I can't take that.
So can we get a live update on what that actually is here?
Okay, live update. According to Box Office Mojo, that's the metric that we will use.
Yes.
Yep. Box Office Mojo. Worldwide said it ended up at $873 million, $260,194. So, $873 million.
I won't bet. I'm out.
I mean,
It's right there. It's right there. I can't. It's so.
It's gonna get the younger audience too. It's coming out at a much better time.
You're gonna say it's gonna not beat it, or it is?
No, I mean I think it could get to 900, but I think it's right there. It's hard to say.
It's right there. It's so.
I mean, it could go either way. So for the sake of let's make it interesting and give us stakes in this, I will bet that it doesn't beat BVS.
All right.
We got to bet. I'm putting it in there.
We'll send it to Mike too in the Slack chat. See if he wants to get
might as well. I mean, why not? Because I think it's going to be right around that point. And
we need some short-term bets anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going in the bet book. So Corey, you say.
Let's do it.
Huh?
We're doing So it's going to go less. Corey's less than BVS. Tony is more than BVS.
All right, here we go.
And like I said, I totally think that it could absolutely be higher, but for the sake of giving us stakes in this competition, and by all means, I'm going to probably see it more than once in theaters, so I'm going to help that box office. But
the thing is that holds me back is just I'm still of the mindset that the Amazing Spider-Man series hurt the franchise.
Yeah. But I think that at the same time, people are going to forget about that very quickly.
I think so too. I think that's the only thing. That's the only
And again, it's coming out at a fantastic time.
Yeah,
Summer.
No, it's open. July is
July.
open.
I mean, it's a great weekend. Will Smith's proven this time and time again.
Yep.
It's tough for me to not take a bet, and I'm not taking this bet.
Well, just sit on the sideline this time, Jim. Have fun watching it unfold. You don't have to stress over it or anything. But like I said, I will certainly be a part of helping that box office grow.
It's weird because I kind of want it to beat the movie, but I don't know if it will. That's the weird part I'm at right now.
See, I think it
I don't know. The thing is, it's hard to imagine what's gonna be against it. What's stopping it? That's where I was.
What else is coming out in July? Yeah, I don't know.
Heaps, but that's not gonna do anything.
No, it won't do that well.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's not competing for the same thing.
No, it's not.
I mean, I think Despicable Me. I think that just lost.
That's done.
Kid, it lost its kid thing.
No, that already went out. But what is this month? There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But
I mean, it really is going to depend on how people take to the high school thing. I think that does factor in. Like, if that just gets annoying for some people and they don't want to watch that, then
right. But I think at the same time, anybody that would lose, like adult-wise, it's like, I don't want to see a kid.
Dunkirk.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think for every one person you lose, you're going to get 2 kids.
Right, and that's the other thing. It definitely caters to a much younger audience than BVS did.
Yep.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk's not going to do that.
Tom Hanks still draws. I'm sorry, he does.
Tom Hanks is not in that movie.
Oh, he's the director.
No, Christopher Nolan's the director.
Is he producer than Tom Hanks? Oh, no, Tom Hardy. I'm sorry, Tom Hardy. I'm saying Tom Hanks.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's not a draw. You think Venom's going to do anything?
I don't know. I think it's
I won't bet on Venom.
I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to do well. I'm sorry, guys. I really think Dunkirk's
well, that's fine. And And I hope it does well. I mean, for the sake of the bet here, but at the same time, Spider-Man is going to be a huge success no matter what.
Sure,
we know
sure.
this.
Wait, guys, you're forgetting the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, poop shit.
The poop emoji. No, there's not much this month, but I think Dunkirk does cut into it. That'll be 2 weeks in.
Okay.
So that's my theory, but
well, it's in the books. We'll see it. It's gonna at least make it fun to watch and observe.
Yeah. The thing is, for me personally, I know Jim, like we talk, so I don't want to dissect it or argue about it. But the thing for me is that what I really like about the high school Spider-Man is that we have an opportunity now to see this character go in places that we might not have seen before. Corey, to what you say about Batman, the current Batman. You're right in that. Like, okay, you've seen stuff before. I've seen the typical Peter Parker before, but I think this really opens up a new territory that we haven't seen.
I'm not saying it can.
You just gotta be wary because we've been promised different.
Yes.
Sure, absolutely. You can be wary, but I don't know. I just have high hopes that the stuff they're doing, especially, I really do like the aspect of Tony Stark being a mentor to Spider-Man. Just because, I mean, it makes sense, Like Tony Stark is like
pretty much geniuses.
Yeah, geniuses, and he's older, right? And he's already been a superhero and all that stuff, and Spider-Man can really grow into that. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it, because one thing I will give Marvel credit for is that at the very least they're really creative with a lot of the things that they've done. Winter Soldier, I mean, that blew my mind. That made me a huge That made me a huge fan of Captain America. Like, before that I didn't give a shit about him, and now he's one of my favorite
characters. They did it for Iron Man. Iron Man was nobody before that came out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, they were making Hulk movies before they were making Iron Man movies.
Yeah,
exactly. But one interesting thing that, since I was on Box Office Mojo, so Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is at 856 million worldwide. So it's just less than 20 million away from surpassing Batman v Superman.
Yeah, but that's a sequel to a movie that was fantastic. Like, people loved it.
It has a talking raccoon and a tree folk in it,
which are helping that movie now because of the first one.
I know, but I'm just saying, 2 out of the biggest 3.
Like, if this was, but what did the first one do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's this is the first movie in the Spider-Man reboot. The second one.
No, I was making this point to shit on Batman v Superman.
Okay.
Anytime Tony can sneak that in, he's going to make sure it gets.
Absolutely. Just because I'm consistent, and I said years ago that the way DC was approaching their movie universe was just totally
the reverse of what Marvel's doing.
Yes.
Yeah, some would say it's the reverse.
Yes. All right. Let's get into what we've been up to and put a bow on this guy. I want to kick it off with, I watched Get Out, and I thought it was here we go, overhyped. Getting back to that statement.
Jim, by who?
Well, I just think everything I've heard, like, it wasn't even just Tony. It wasn't Tony at all.
And that's the thing. It's not just us. It's the people we are around. And,
but Tony did say it was great. It was
I did say it was great.
Yeah, and that's the reason. And he's the reason I watched the movie. It's not because I read online how great it was. If somebody I know says, you should watch this movie, it's fantastic. That makes me more wanting to watch it. That was my
know
statement
each other's
to you.
tastes as well. Like, we're not going to say.
And that was my statement to you, Corey. Was like, I'm like, you guys, you should have waited more with what we were saying than what they were saying.
Right, but I agree to completely.
Yes, I know you agreed with it afterwards, but that was my initial point. Anyway, so I saw Get Out, and while it wasn't a terrible movie at all, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I liked it. I just didn't think it was fantastic. I didn't think it was great. I could understand people's gripes with it, and I can understand, like, that I'm, like, kind of in the middle here. I'm like 7.5, 8. That's where I'm at with it. I'm kind of like right there with that movie. I don't see what the excitement was for it, because I felt it was very straightforward, except for, I mean, it was weird, but I already knew what was going on. Like, I already knew what was going on in the beginning.
Stepford Wives to me.
Like, here's the thing with the movie, and I don't want to spoil it, so it's so hard to tell you, like, it's so hard to talk about it without spoiling it, but it's like, when a movie's laid out for me the way it was, like, I'm like, okay,
you see every step of the way what's going to happen?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so where's this awesome twist? Because I want to see this awesome twist. And after the podcast, I'll talk to you guys about it. But, like, I went to my girlfriend. I said, "Wouldn't it be cool if this is what happened?" And then I thought I had figured out what was going to happen, like a cool twist, and then there wasn't. It's exactly what I don't know. That was what it disappointed me there. It really disappointed me with the ending.
And that's where I think expectations hurt.
Like, the movie was fine. Like, I thought it was weird. I thought it was interesting. And then, like, I was looking for more of an ending. Like, more of a really, like...
provocative.
Yeah. Like, Inception ending. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I hope I didn't sell it like that. I just thought it was worth a watch.
Yeah.
I honestly, it's not even worth a watch because it was good. I would say people watch it, but I'm like, just temper the movie of the year expectations that...
Oh, I don't know if it's movie of the year. I said it was...
The thing was,
like,
yes.
it's a great...
Here's where Corey's point of Wonder Woman, because, like, what you said, watch it, and that made me watch it, but I know that I've read online, like, people were like... Yeah, like,
okay.
the one critic that gave it a bad review got, like, trounced. and he deserves to give... Like, I could understand giving this a movie a bad review, because you're like, where is
the thing
this...
is, it's people's opinions. Like,
yeah,
that's the other thing. With
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, it's people's opinions, and they're saying either like you should watch it, you shouldn't watch it. It's like it's the simplest form.
Yeah.
Like you could break it down to the yes or no. This guy said, if I want to break it down to yes or
Corey,
no,
it depends on who you ask. If it's simple or not.
We're not bringing that up right now.
Not getting into that because he's not even on the podcast. But
if you're gonna ask, like, if you're asking 100 people, like on average, 100 people, more than likely one of those people is probably gonna disagree with somebody else in that 100 group.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
So there's always gonna be a dissenting opinion.
You're hardly ever gonna get a perfect score.
Yes. Yep. So I watched that, and like I said, I guess it's worth a watch. It's just, temper the expectations is all. That's all.
Yep.
Like, I don't think it was mind-blowing. It's not a movie like
I thought it was going to be mind-blowing.
I thought it was going to be my like top 50, not even top 100.
Do you think though people were saying, and I know not necessarily you, but I agree with you, Jim, that people were saying this is like one of the very most thought-provoking, like.
So. I'll be honest. I didn't
films. Honestly, that's not.
I mean, I heard good things. I did not hear anything to that extent.
But you watched it early.
If it did, I probably would have been disappointed.
Yeah, you watched it early enough.
I went in totally cold. Yeah. I was just like.
And I think you can enjoy a movie so much more when you do not know anything about. Like Girl on the Train is probably just an okay film. I thought that film was fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about it. I was like, yeah, let's go. That was my first date with my
book. I didn't know. I never saw a trailer.
I agree with that. I agree with that. That's why, like, I like to hear, like, I ask you, like, should I watch this or should I not watch this? Like, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know much else, which is, why the Horizon. I was like, which I'll get to on the Gamecast because.
So I watched that, and I also watched Baby Driver.
You did see Baby Driver?
Yes, I did. I was going to see.
Like, what the fuck is this movie? It's a terrible name. It is a terrible name.
I went from Get Out to this, and they're very, very like. Similar styles. They're really kind of like a weird
indie directors.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it was
low budget. Like
I'm not like I actually enjoyed Baby Driver more than Get Out. I really enjoyed the movie.
I think it's more to your tastes. Much more like
maybe
movie.
It's
sure.
more
now. Baby Driver is like more of an action flick, right?
Yeah,
it's a high school with car chases.
It's actually very much around music.
Okay.
Very music driven, which is cool. I was not expecting that, and I really enjoyed that, actually. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I think Edgar Wright was saying when he was like 22, he heard the song, and he pictured a car chase.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make a movie around that. And it's been like bubbling and brewing since like
the only gripes,
years ago.
I mean, the gripes I have with this movie are more of the way the previews portrayed it. It's not quite accurate. Like, that's not accurate, the trailer.
That was a discussion I was going to, like, if we had time, I wanted to bring up with you guys, and maybe we can do it some other time, but, like, trailers and scenes in trailers that aren't in the final release, it's like, I
hate that.
How do we feel?
And depictions of that movie, I mean, let's talk about Transformers. Yeah. Transformers completely oversold something. And then the same thing with this. This definitely sold me on something different. Yeah. And not saying this was a bad movie, because it's really good. I would watch it. I would watch it again, and I would say, it's worth. I don't know if it's worth like absolutely. Going
it's an Edgar Wright film, so I mean, do you feel like it had the Edgar Wright flair to it?
No question.
So if you like Edgar Wright movies, you probably enjoy this.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. And I would say that like you don't have to go to the theaters to see it, but I could say you should watch it at some point. Like you could see it when it comes out. Or you can see it discounted at the movies. Definitely go see it that way. If you're a big fan of Edgar Wright, go check it out. That's what I can say. So, it was good though. It was good. I thought the main actor did a good job. I don't remember his name, but I know Kevin Spacey was great in this.
All I know is that main actor, that kid, he was in Insurgents.
John Hamm. John Hamm was excellent in this movie.
And I heard that Jamie Foxx was very good as well.
Jamie Foxx was very good. There's John Bernthal's. John Bernthal's in the trailer. That's all I'm going to say to that.
Just like Iron Man and Spider-Man flying through the cities in the trailer, and apparently that scene's not in the movie.
That's not in the movie, okay. No, I mean, not saying he's not in the movie. I'm just like, some things were oversold there. So,
yeah, well, I mean, you have a big name, somebody coming off something huge.
He's not even that big of a name yet. I mean, he's not really a movie name. He's a TV name, really, John Bernthal.
Sure, but like, this movie's not really... People don't really know this movie unless you're kind of fans of...
You want to draw multiple crowds, I guess? Yeah,
and I think Bernthal has been in the limelight as far as like cinema people and movie like TV viewers a little more. He's a bigger name than some of these other people.
I mean, I can screen time. I can temper your expectations. That screen time for him is minimal. So
yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
I think they do that a lot though with like bigger names.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like the trailer made it look more prominent. That's why I didn't know John Hamm had this big. Like, he's very good in this movie, and he's there. So I really like that, and that was not in the preview. So I think it's really cool. Like, yeah, the music aspect of it was really good. It's about, I mean, I go see it. I'm not even gonna tell you what's it, but go see if you want to see it. That's all.
Definitely, it sounds like.
I'd rather I experienced it going. This trailer completely sold me on something different, but I'm like, I'm enjoying what this is. So I'm like, this is cool. I was actually again, we go into the fact that you had no idea what to expect, and it worked out. You know what I mean? So, all right. And that's all I've been up to, really, show and movie-wise. Corey, besides Wonder Woman?
Was there something else I watched?
Oh, The 100. Did you finish The 100?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to watch that yet.
Again, this season I felt like had a bad middle, but again, that show cemented the fact that it's a show that deserves to be watched. Like, not just like best CW show, because that's not giving it enough. Yeah,
one of my coworkers was like, "I'm gonna start watching Flash." I was like, "If you're gonna watch a CW show, do not watch Flash. Watch the 100." It's
if you're in the market for a new TV show,
it's so bad. The first 5-6 episodes, first half of the first season is terrible, but after that, it just.
Yeah, it is a traditional CW show. The first 5-6 episodes, and then you're like, and then it just, yep. You can see the director, like, he just kind of, the writer was like, I'm not doing this shit. And then we know that. We know he said that to them too. And once he did that, that show got great. And it's still, like, doesn't pull any punches. It doesn't. Like, this season's finale.
Yeah, I do want to finish it. And it's on Netflix now, so I know.
Oh, yeah, that's why I watched it. But that season finale brought, like, I'm like, because I was worried. Like, Tony, we've talked about the fact that, like, CW shows have that fade. And this season, I'm like, I wasn't hooked in the beginning of this because I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm worried it's getting aged wrong. And, like, it's just not going to be good. And I'm like, crap, if I recommend this to Tony, he's going to kill me because this season's going to die. And then after watching the finale of this, I'm like, I'm good. Everybody needs to watch this. Yeah, everybody still needs to watch this show.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, not the strongest season, but, God, like, great finale. I mean, it's not how you, I guess it's not how you, like, start, it's how you finish. I don't know. It even had a good start, but it's just that middle.
Having a terrific finale, a terrific end can save movies for sure, and TV shows. Absolutely. Because one of the best episodes people forget what happens in the beginning, especially in a television show. But if you can end strong, that's very important.
It's one of the best episodes they've had. There's so many good episodes, but it is still one of the best episodes. I mean, there's better, but it's up there. So. Well,
that's great. Definitely got.
Anything else though, Corey, that you watched? I mean.
Yeah, I did. I knew I was thinking of something, and I watched it. And it's King Arthur,
the movie.
The Charlie Hunnam or whatever. Hunnam, yeah. So I was like, what? I'm gonna watch this because I want something like this. I want some medieval, fantasy style film, and it's like I want, and I don't think it was a bad film.
Wow.
There was a good film in there.
For what it was?
The music, though, ruined it.
Oh, and you know me with music soundtracks.
Because I wanted to be put in this world, in this setting, and the music takes you way out because it's too modern. The music's way too modern.
But that worked in Knight's Tale.
Yeah, but that's like that was
A satire?
that film.
Yeah.
It was exactly like that style. This is being way too serious, obviously, and I thought that had some really neat moments, and I thought it was better than the Clive Owen King Arthur movie for sure.
Well, you're not.
But
Even though it had my girl, it's.
I just wish the music rather, was better because it totally takes you out of that world, and that's what I wanted to get from this movie, is to be placed in a fantasy setting back into the Knights of the Round Table and that age of film, and
Dude, you can just watch
it just
Transformers.
pulled you. Yeah.
You can just watch Transformers.
Oh, I know, and I was thinking that too. This whole time I was like, well, this is way better than that.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, maybe I'll check it out then if I can get past
It's
the soundtrack.
definitely worth like catching up on
Yeah.
like a Red Box or something, or like when it's available.
Maybe a Netflix or
But,
Hulu. Yeah,
Yeah, not like yes.
I would assume that's going to show up some point very soon on that. So
Yeah, digital. As long as you're not like, it's not worth $10.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But it's worth watching here and there. But like I said, the music. If you're big on soundtracks, this does not fit this movie, and that's what was disappointing about it.
all right, Tony,
Nothing.
nothing much. All right.
All right.
Well, that's going to wrap up episode 351 of the Moviecast, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Tune into the Gamescast coming up next. Tune in next week. Michael will return. Hopefully, hopefully it returns. Who knows? And maybe he'll defend more Wonder Woman. I don't know, but we'll find out. Thanks again. Write us podcast at allycangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter at allycangeek. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like I said, tune in later. Zombear. Yeah, Zombear.
Don Bear.